Have you ever sat and thought, who are my customers? Like, what am I doing all of this hard work for? Who am I talking to? Well, today we're going to talk about identifying your perfect ideal customer. Make sure you hit that subscribe button below so you don't miss any great content that's going to help your business get seen in a cluttered newsfeed online. So, who is your perfect customer? A lot of people have different things like your avatar, your ideal customer, your perfect client snapshot, whatever that definition is to you. It's important for you to know what that is. Your perfect client is someone that you can talk to, like right now. Like, sit down, think of your favorite client in the whole wide world and why you like them and what do they do for your business. That is essentially what your perfect customer is. And you want to make sure that your marketing message is tailored to them every time. Additionally, this person is going to be like a raving fan. They're going to want to tell everybody they can about your business, service, or product because they love and believe in it so much. So we're going to dive into a lot of different things to really help you identify what that looks like. And bonus, I have a freebie for you guys. I have a very simple spreadsheet for you guys to get down in the description below that's going to let you fill this out and answer all these questions yourself. So let's move forward. First, we want to define our demographic. Now, a demographic is going to be all of kind of like the nitty-gritty IRS kind of information about your client. They're going to be, where do they live? How old are they? What's their relationship status? What's their education? What do they do for their job? How much money do they make? Do they own a home? Do they have kids? Do they have pets? Do they have a car? These are the kinds of things that are going to really narrow down your demographic. And by identifying that, it's kind of like the surface information for you. So you want to start there when figuring out who your perfect customer is. Number two, what are they interested in? These are going to be things like professional and personal interests. You know, your hobbies, entertainment, what inspirational speakers do they like? Do they like cars? Are they like advocates for like nerd and pop culture? What are their interests, personal and professional? Again, diving in deeper into that relationship status that we did in the demographic, what is their relationship status? Is it complicated? Are they single? Are they married? Do they have kids? Are they baby boomers? Really identify what their relationship and family status is. What sort of food and drinks are they interested in? These are things, are they foodies? Do they just like fast food? Do they like beer? Do they like fancy beer? Do they like going on wine tastings? Really dive into these specific food and drink interests so that it helps you narrow down the kind of person that they are. Another thing to consider is their health. And these are going to be things like, are they super into like hiking and fitness, or are they maybe more of the couch potato type? Identifying that kind of person is going to know if that's someone that you can relate to do business with. And I always like to include tech. I'm a super techie person. I really like my smartphone, my computer. We don't have cable in my house. Like everything that we have is like through Hulu, Netflix, and Amazon. So I'm a techie kind of person. Those are my interests. What sort of technological interests do your customers have? Number three, in defining who your perfect customer is what are their behaviors? Behaviors are going to be the things that they do. So these are things like charitable donations. Is that something that they do? Are they like down for the charity life? Do they volunteer their time all the time? Do they sit on a board of directors? Do they host wonderful charitable galas? These are the kinds of behaviors that we want to find when it comes to seeing if they're charitable donation people. What's their online activity like? Again, I talked about earlier how we are a super online family. I don't have cable and things like that. But what other online activity do they have? Do they like to read magazine and books on their Kindle? Do they like to watch TV on their phone while they're waiting? Are they like always on their phone? Or are they like I keep my phone down, I'm only on it when I absolutely need to be? These sort of online activities let you know what they're like more. How they spend their money is also an interesting behavior, but an important one. Are they like super financial savvy? Do they put away 10% of all of their earnings into a savings account? Or are they the fly by the seat of their pants, paycheck to paycheck type of person? What kind of stuff do they buy? Do they buy stuff for themselves, their spouse, their kids, their pets? Are they really into clothes, food, restaurants, going out to eat, buying the latest and greatest tech, or maybe they're more thrifty? What sort of stuff are they buying and how are they spending their money? And of course, what I always like to include, and this is where a lot of my behavior lies, is in travel. How are they spending their times? Are they like international travelers? Are they state-to-state travelers? Do they like to road trip? Are they like the staycation type? Or are they just like, you know what? The happiest place in the world for me is right on my couch with my kids, and they're just nice homebodies. How people travel is a very important behavior, and it'll let you, again, have a great talking point, of course, but again, allow you to know that customer better. And then this is, I think, if you're gonna do anything, this is the most important one. Number 4 on defining your perfect customer is what are their struggles? You're gonna be asking things like, what is their pain point? What can you do to help them? What makes them make purchasing decisions? Maybe what's happened to them in the past that has led them to your website. Or something that might be even harder for you is what has happened to them in the past that is making them hesitant to do business with you. You really want to dive into their struggles and their pains and how you can help them. This is a really important information to have. That way, if there's any objections or hesitations, you're armed with that information to help move that sale forward and get that close. So now that you have spent the time thinking about these 4 different things and filling out that form and that freebie in the link I provided in the description below, the last thing that you want to do is give your perfect customer a name. I know that sounds super silly, but you want to give them a name and then take it to the next level. Find a picture of them. Maybe you actually have the perfect customer that you already do business with and you can like name your perfect customer their name and use their picture, but do a quick Google search. Just find an image that you can like print off and use for yourself and just have like a face to look at, to have a conversation with. And that conversation that you want to have with this person, this avatar, this perfect customer is every time you create something or do something or come up with an offer or try to make a plan, turn to it and say, will this help you? Is this something you need? And because you know everything about them, more or less, based on putting together that perfect customer definition that we just went through, you'll be able to know. So make sure you ask yourself, would this help my perfect customer? Will they find it helpful? Will they like it? Will they grow from this? This is what you need to ask yourself every time you're doing something for your business. And actually, every time you do something for your perfect customer. If you like this video, make sure you hit that thumbs up below. And until next time, I'll see you soon.